Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to take a look at the AOC 23-inch IPS monitor. Okay, so you've built your nice shiny PC and you've got your RGB and you've got your RGB keyboard and mouse, and you've spent pretty much all your budget, but there's one thing missing: no display. So what you're going to do, you're going to spend all that money on a PC and then cheap out on a monitor? Maybe. Or you're going to borrow some money off your parents or the bank and you're going to get yourself an expensive monitor and get yourself into debt? Possibly. But maybe you don't need to do either one of those things. Maybe you can get a great monitor at a great price and not break the budget. Let's have a look at the AOC and see what it's like. So this is the AOC I2369Vm, and as you can see from the box, it's a IPS display, but the great thing is it is not an expensive display. So if you're going to be doing some video editing, some Photoshop work, or just playing games and you want the best possible color accuracy but you don't want to break the bank, this is the one to go for. This at the moment is retailing anywhere in the region between £100 and £120 here in the UK, so obviously change that for dollars in your country, or pesetas, or whatever it is you use to pay for things in your country. So let's take this out of the box and have a look and see what it's like. So we've got the monitor unpacked and unboxed and set up on the desk. And it was a really easy thing to do. Literally all you need to do is put the silver base on the bottom and tighten it with the thumb screw. You can do it by hand, or you can use a screwdriver if you feel really necessary, but it's mounted on there and it's actually really quite sturdy. And considering the price point, it's actually really good quality. Now let's have a look at the connections on the back, because obviously I haven't shown you this in the unboxing, so let's go through them quickly now. On the back you've got a power connection, which is a kettle lead, so the actual power supply is built into the unit, so you don't have to have a power brick hanging around. So if you want a nice clean look on the desk, that's not going to be a problem. Running along the back you've also got a DisplayPort connection, so modern peripherals are accounted for, so if you wanted to run an output from your MacBook or whatever, you can plug into that on a DisplayPort, no problems at all. Next to that you've got a MHL style HDMI port, so you can run output from your mobile phone. So if you want to show family or friends pictures that you've taken on your phone, God help them, that facility is there, and MHL will actually, you can use that port to charge your phone at the same time as viewing from it. So if you want to be watching YouTube videos while you go to bed at night or whatever, and you want to leave your phone on charge for the MHL port, not a problem, you can do that. So 2 HDMI ports on the back, 1 MHL, 1 standard. Next to that you've got a VGA port, so going old school you can still connect up the old VGA connections. And next to that you've also got 2 audio jacks, 1 input and 1 output for headphones. Speakers built into this, not particularly good, but they get the job done. So that's the connections covered. Also on the back of interest, because this monitor is only tilt adjustable, there's no up and down movement on it, there is a 75mm VESA mount on the back, so if you wanted to use a wall mount or some kind of bracket or a multiple monitor setup with various arms on it, you can do that. Just make sure it covers or includes the 75mm bracket. So let's go around to the other side and we'll try some games and applications and see how well this thing does. Okay, so we're around to the other side of the monitor now, so let's have a look at some applications and games and see what the color accuracy and what the experience is like. So let's open up our Edge browser, and immediately I can see, I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but the color accuracy and the black quality is much better than the TN, so the IPS has come through as a winner there. And the colours in general, it doesn't seem overly saturated, it looks more natural, which is a very nice thing to have. And there doesn't seem to be any obvious lag. And scrolling, IPS obviously is known for slightly less fast response times as opposed to TN panels. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's open up Premiere. So there we are, Premiere is open, and you can see there's my timeline and all my workspace, so it's quite a nice size. and I can tell already from the actual image which is displayed there, it's actually looking really nice, and the color accuracy is fantastic. So if you're doing video editing or doing sort of Photoshop work, then this is going to be a great panel for you, and especially if you're trying to do some color grading or something like that, it's going to work out really well for you. So really impressed with that as it stands. So let's have a look at some gaming and see how that looks. So there we have it, there's Dying Light. We're currently running at 60 frames per second. And it's looking pretty nice. Let's see if we can get somewhere where there's a bit more action going on. So again, because it's an IPS panel, the colours are looking great. So the choice between having a larger TN panel, maybe a 27-inch, against having a 24-inch IPS, depending on what you're going to be using it for. If you're going to be looking at it up close and you want a great colour reproduction, then this AOC I2369Vm is going to be a great choice. And it actually does look really nice. It's the bezel at the bottom, although it's slightly chunky, that does avoid the need for having a separate power supply brick. And it actually, the look of it, it looks a far more premium monitor than the price would suggest. So yeah, this in the game, this is a relatively sort of high-powered game and doesn't get exceptionally good frame rates on modest hardware, but it's looking pretty good, and doesn't seem to be any obvious sort of tearing or any problems with the 5 millisecond response time. Oh, big guy. Ah! Okay, so that's enough of that. So in summary, AOC I2369Vm, great monitor, great price. It's not going to break the bank, but it's going to give you fantastic color representation and is far superior than any TN panel in and around the same price point. So if you don't want to go for a kind of £200, £300 monitor, if you want to stick more around the £100 to £120 mark, this is going to be a fantastic addition to your gaming or video editing PC. So I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To. This has been the AOC I2369Vm, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.